Gerald Ford enters his final year as President of the United States. Former Teamsters President Jimmy Hoffa is reported missing, and Jack Nicholson is a hit at the box office in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. The year is 1975, and our Indians are making baseball history. On April 8th, opening day at Municipal Stadium, Frank Robinson debuts as a player-manager of the Indians. He becomes the first African-American manager in Major League history. Robinson, the manager, decides that Robinson, the player, gives the Indians the best chance of winning. So he puts himself in the opening day lineup.
A Hollywood scriptwriter wouldn't try to put something like this into a movie. And the funniest thing about it, the ironic thing about it, is that before the game, Phil Segui said to Frank, "Hey, one last thought, Skip. Why don't you hit a home run on your first time at bat?"
Robinson takes the advice to heart. In his very first at-bat against the New York Yankees' Doc Medich, Robinson, the player, makes Robinson, the manager, look like a genius.
They had television cameras, they had still cameras, and he literally had to wade through all the cameras to get the home plate, and then he hits the home run off Doc Medich. I mean, you think about a pressure situation and somebody rising to the occasion. That was one of the more dramatic moments.
And when he hit that home run, it was like the skies had opened up and everything was perfect. And though I often did in times before that, I knew that at that point there was a God up in heaven.
Robinson's homer remains one of the most memorable moments from the Indians' days at Municipal Stadium.
All right, there you go, Frank Robinson, first African-American manager in MLB history. Only player to win the MVP in both the American League and National League. Currently ranks 10th all-time in home runs with 586. Inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown back in 1982. The interesting thing about it, you saw Ted Bonda there, who didn't get enough credit for what he did in hiring Frank Robinson. They acquired him in a trade at the end of '74, if you recall. And Gaylord Perry was on that team. And a fight had to be broken up between the two guys. And Gaylord Perry demanded in the offseason that he get $1 more than Frank Robinson on his salary.
Yeah, it was no secret that those two
did
not see eye to eye. Yeah. You know what? If it's possible for a 500-plus home run guy to be undervalued as a player, I think Robinson fits it. Of course, we know he was great, but I think because of because of what he did as a manager,
right,
because of he was the first black manager, people sometimes forget how great a player he actually was.
I agree, and yet he's the only one to be an MVP in both leagues.
Yeah, I guess somebody would say, well, how can you overlook a guy who was MVP in both leagues?
No, I agree.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean? When names are rattled off about the all-time
totally
great sluggers, Robinson sometimes isn't mentioned in the first 5, 6, 7 that roll off your tongue when he has every right to be.
Absolutely.
His numbers were insane.